It's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 at home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know it's your folk, Be High, radio, shouting, stepping in the building. I got some Oomp Camps All-Stars in this thing. Shonte Renee, DJ Montay, what's good with it, family?
What's happening,
Hey,
B?
what's up?
Hey, man, feeling good, feeling great. I mean, y'all done came in here with this new project. Calling me bad, Shonte Renee. I mean, tell me about it, sis.
Well, this project is to show my gifts off. You know, I did like 10 cover songs. And it's just to show off my personality before I put my original records out. That's all.
That's right.
So,
What was it like working with this boy, DJ Montay, on that thing?
Lord, DJ Montay. No, DJ Montay is a very extremely talented producer. We stayed up all night talking on the phone for hours, trying to get this, mixtape, together. And he's a very hardworking producer, and he's a hustler. That's why I love working with him.
That's right. That funny how time flies. Oomp Camps production. I mean, that Janet Jackson cover. Tell me about that one. What was it like putting that together?
Well, I'm a big fan of Janet, and I feel like that cover brought out my personality.
That's right.
And it brought out my, my risque that I like to go for, and I just put a little twist to it and put girls' hands on my boobs instead of putting a guy hands. Just show the world that I'm not afraid to do what I want to do.
That's right. That's right. Tell me about that jump right there, man.
That's funny how time flies.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite artists, Janet, period.
Okay.
But, and then, and that's probably one of my favorite songs from her, but we had to do it. And just, we had to put the Oomp Camps twist on it. We had to put the 808s behind
That's
it.
true.
Some
That's
R&B.
true.
Yeah. It was some Atlanta feel, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we used to.
Yeah.
But the mixtapes and stuff like that. So, we just had to put a little twist to it.
Where did you find Shonte Renee, Montay?
To be honest with you, man, I was, she's DJ Nando ex-girl. And when things happen.
I'm not his ex-girl.
I mean, not ex-girl.
His current girl.
His current girl. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
sir.
But when things happen, I remember her Instagram. Want to know Shonte, and she liked one of my pictures or something, I think. And then I was going through it, and I seen her singing. I'm like, dang, ain't nobody heard this yet. So I was like, man, let me hit her up. You know what I'm saying? So I was DM'd her like, let's work. You know what I'm saying? So she hit me up, came through. She was singing something a cappella.
I was singing T.I. and Pink, Guns N' Roses from the Trouble Man album. Yeah, the hook from that song. It was one of my favorite songs.
What's the creative process behind this music? When y'all get in the studio, I mean, how do y'all go about figuring out how y'all gonna make this next hit happen?
Basically, what we do is just have fun in the studio. Pick on each other.
Yeah.
We joan, and then the creativity just come out.
That's
Sometimes we have debates, and but those be not really. It don't really be that much of a debate all the time. But the creativity come from just joking around, chilling. And we just come up with, this be dope if we did this. And then everybody come in the room like, oh, yeah, let's do it like this. So that's really how it really happens.
Now, how long have you been singing, Shonte?
I've been singing since I was a kid. In church. I'm a church girl.
I can dig that.
Starred in the church choir.
Now, when it comes to music, how do you describe yourself and your style? And what do you feel like you bring into this R&B game?
I feel like in this R&B game, I bring more sex appeal. I think the sexiness is gone, and I feel like just the music is the love of music. The music is gone. I feel like I'm bringing that back. Like R&B is lost right now. This is my opinion, and I feel like I'm one of the people that's gonna bring it back. Bring good music. Like one comment that really bothers me sometimes when somebody get my mixtape and they say, "Can she sing?" Why wouldn't I know how to, it's just kind of like, well, dang, have we lost? Yeah. Have we lost it that much that we have to ask somebody to bring, can she sing? Like back in the day, it was like, oh, okay.
She had to sing.
She had to know how to sing. So, I want to bring that back, bring, real raw talent back, sex appeal.
That's right.
Just want to bring that back.
I mean, Tay, how do you feel not having to use no auto-tune on it because she in there going crazy in that booth?
That's really lovely. Trying to figure out keys or beats and stuff like that, man. That take up a lot of time.
What's up?
And it really it's really perfect for me because it's trying to fix her up and using the auto tune. You could tell a lot of people, they kind of use auto tune, but you got people that's talented like Beyonce and a lot of people like that don't use it. They'll probably just use it for the hell of it, for the fun. You know what I'm saying? But Man, it's just, for me, it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We get to show our talent, so, and she could perform too, so it's great.
So now what is this performance like though, Shonte?
Well, it's very energetic, very sexy.
Yeah.
Just energetic and sexy and smooth. You know, I'm very live on stage. I'm not shy. I do what I feel in my heart and in my soul, and whatever music take me, I'm gonna do it.
Maneuvering in this game as a female in this industry, what is that experience like for you? Because a lot of times with females in the game, it's kind of difficult for them to be able to, maneuver. How's that been for you?
Not so bad. I mean, I'm a free spirit personality, and people take me in good. I mean, my personality is so open and cool, so it hasn't been bad at all.
I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Now I know Montay was saying earlier that you were Nando's fiancé.
Yes.
How did that whole situation impact you?
For a long time, I've been grieving, still is.
Yeah.
But I'm much better. That situation, it just made me stronger, and it also made me want to do this. I had gifts and talent God gave me, and I just really was like not really using it. I can perform and I could sing, and God gave me, kind of cute, but don't laugh.
Kinda is the word.
Anyway, but the situation, just helped me. It made me stronger, and it just, it tore me down, but I built myself, with God and all that. I built myself back up, and it still to this day affect me. But I know he talks to me all the time, so I know he's proud. I know he's like, no, get up, because he never let me cry when I was. He's like, nope, get up, do it. So that's right. That's how he's coaching me right now.
Also, what is it that gives you the strength to keep on keeping on? Because a lot of times when situations like that happen to us, we just roll over and say, you know what, we done. We ain't gonna go no further, and whatever else happens. What is it that made you get on up and keep on pushing?
Well, I have really good friends and family, and they didn't let me. They were like, no, you're not giving up on life because this bad situation. And then they had to remind me how he was. He would be mad if I try to give up on life because he's gone. So I had to think about the things he taught me and what he said, and put in my life. And I just prayed, of course. God helped a whole lot. My family friends were supportive. They helped me like, nope, you get up, do your dream, do something. Don't lose what God gave you.
Now, this Color Me Bad project right here, I know you got a lot of covers on there, but Montay said y'all been cooking up some other things. Now, what can we expect from this Shonte Renee music that she done did herself?
Yes. Well, I'm very eclectic. I have pop, I have R&B, and I also have EDM, everything. You're going to expect a lot. I do ballads. A lot of people don't do ballads anymore. I have a lot of pop ballads coming. Just some sexy R&B songs, and really good pop songs too to have fun with.
I can definitely do that. Now I tell you, being a super producer, man, what is it that you look for in artists, and how did you know off the top that Shonte was gonna turn this thing all the way up?
It was just a feeling, when you hear somebody, you be like, dang, she's dope. You know what I'm saying? But we got together. My first thoughts were R&B, and after meeting her and talking to her, it's like she really can do a lot of other things. Hearing her sing for real, and like I was like, oh man, we finna just go here, there. We finna just do everything. Ain't no need to just stick in the R&B. You know what I'm saying? So, and me being in the music industry and having hits, it's like ain't nothing like making something that's just, we can touch everything. Just have that long money come in.
Right.
See, now, Montay, we going to have to talk, because, I ain't going to let you just slide in this thing and slide out of here, Tay.
Hey, man, it's all good.
Being a West Side player, man, with that Oomp Camp, because, I use these interviews to also tell my story.
Right.
And I can recall being a young guy going to Envy. Okay, I used to like to party with the gang, man.
Yeah.
And you knew that it was going to go down, or Montay was in that thing DJing, okay? How the hell did you go from cranking up them clubs to having all these damn hits, man?
You know what? The club actually helped me making the music. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make something that can, jam in the club. But we were doing that a long time. Big on records, we had Baby D. We were making the East Side, West Side. We had the Same Sound. We had Intoxicated. So everything that we made was like, it got to go in the club first. Anything. So it's like, man, it really was just something that just came from me DJing.
Yeah. How did you feel though when you looked up in them first records? Because which one was the first one to really go ahead and get up out of here for you?
The big record that went first was DJ Walk It Out.
Walk It Out.
Yeah, and then the 2-step.
But see, you know that Walk It Out held records too, man. I mean, Rich Homie, it took 10 years later for somebody to get a number one with an independent record since then.
Yeah.
So what was going through your mind when y'all broke the ground for that?
I don't think it really hit me when it was happening. Like, I was sitting here like, dang, okay, it's number one. Like, I didn't really know how to act. Like, I didn't know until the check started coming in. I was like, oh, okay.
Number one check.
Yeah, this is what it means right here. Like, okay, I see now.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that was just the DJ then the Flow Rider low. I was just like, oh, my God. I thought I was finna pass out on some of them checks that were coming in the mail. So, man, it really feel good, man, to make them kind of accomplishment, And out of 50 years of music, the Flow Rider Low came in like number 8, of hip hop and R&B. So it was like, that's huge.
Yeah.
It's gonna take another 50 years just to see something like that.
Yeah,
some results like that.
Coming from the hood though, Tay, did you see that for yourself though?
I always been into music. I never knew I was gonna have this much success.
Yeah,
but I always been into music. Like when I was a kid, I had drum sets, drum machines, trying to mock DJ Jelly in his mixtapes.
That's
King
right.
with Jay and all that. But I didn't never know that I was gonna be doing, this much. It was gonna go this far.
Now, when you think about the Oomp Camp, and I mean the legacy that y'all done left in the community, how has that been for y'all, man? Because I mean that's something that's go hand in hand with Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? You can't say Atlanta streets without the Oomp Camp being involved in some kind of form of fashion. How do you feel being a part of that legacy right there?
Man, it always feel good because we love to give back. Oomp right now, he got the Oomp squad over there in Ben Hill.
That's right.
And he giving back. Like, if kids don't have it to join the team, he'll take care of them, buy the cleats and all that kind of stuff. And, we always do that. We toy drives for Christmas, Thanksgiving, can drives. We always do that, It's just, you got to do that. I love to see a lot of these artists do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. So.
Now, for those that don't know, could you run down some of them bangers that you dropped, Tay, man? 'Cause, some folks, they might say, okay, he's making them, but they shouldn't have to Google it. Let's just go ahead and let them know right now.
Well, it's a long list. They might need to Google it, but, I give you some of them, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I did the DJ Oomp Walk It Out,
That's
DJ
right.
Oomp 2-Step. I did Charlotte O Foolish.
That's right.
Dollar Hood is that. I did Neo and Jeezy, Money Can't Buy.
Oh.
I also did some stuff with Ludacris, Flow Rider Low, Flow Rider Sugar.
But I mean, I got to stop you on that Flow Rider Low, man. I mean, when that low went crazy, man, what went through your mind? Because, I mean, you already just had a number one. Yeah. Then you come back with that Flow Rider Low, and that thing was kind of like something like a phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, you know what? Me and Oomp was just sitting there. It's like every week go by, it was just something new happening.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, look at this. I think it did like number one. It was number one for like 10 weeks. Something crazy like that. It was some crazy
especially numbers.
Yeah. And I was like, man, and we had like 10 different movies that we've been in, so I still get checks from those, but that's another conversation. So, but man, it was really just crazy, toys, the song been in toys and stuff like that. Like, I never knew it was going to do that. I heard it. Mm-hmm. When I heard it, I knew it was going to be a good record.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to just jump through the roof like it did.
How do you maintain your humility, though, Montay? Because, a few folks, they might get a few hits here and there, and then you can't even get in contact with them no more, man.
Well, this one thing I realized, I'm a big thing of God. And, that he can easily take it away from you.
Hey.
So I never just take for granted what I got or what I've done.
Exactly.
I don't never look down on nobody else, but I really just gotta appreciate everything.
Yeah.
So I don't, I look at it like, okay, it's time to do another one. I ain't tripping about the music, bro.
Already. It's hard to kind of trip about the music when you already know what it is. It is what it is, what it is. Mm-hmm. Now, lastly, what's next for y'all though?
Well, it's making Shonte Renee a big star that she is. Naturally, she just has it. Like, I seen her perform. She went to Tri-Cities, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to make her a big R&B and pop artist. Just something that's not, somebody new.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody new. That's what I was looking for. Somebody new. Everybody see the same, Rihanna, Beyonce. which I love them,
Of course.
but it's time for a new star
Mm-hmm.
to be
I
made.
totally agree.
How you feeling, Shonte?
It's a lot. I
Mhm.
love it though.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's happening so fast. Like it's like a few months ago, me and him were just planning on this, and now it's here.
That's right.
It's
Right.
like
Right.
we're gonna do a mixtape. We're gonna do these songs. We're gonna do this. We're gonna have this picture, and everything just start coming together. And the video, all of that, the shows. Now it's just it's
damn
going really
right.
fast. Yeah.
Definitely dig it with Shonte.
Thank you so much.
Tay,
My dog.
you already know what it is, man. Be High Radio Shout it. It's Hot 107.9, man. Let's go.
Yep.
Got you.